Hello and welcome. And today we don't have time to be online. That's the main purpose. I'm going to record this. And I'm going to send this on our different channel. We're gonna be sending to Slack, we're gonna be sending to Reddit. So make sure you follow the process. Thank you for coming in. And today, most of you guys have a problem to log in or for the lab, but what we have tonight is the substitute. If you don't want to pay any money for, getting an EC2 and sign up and running and learn Linux, for example, there's a good platform I'm going to be teaching you guys tonight to, provide, that platform will provide us everything we may need to learn those basic steps. So here are the things. Go to the web browser. Open any browser, go to the directory killercode.com and hit enter. When you hit enter, uh, you're gonna be seeing those things. If this is your first time to log in, you probably need to sign up. But me, I've been using this like more than 2, 3 years ago. So I already signed up. You guys need to sign up, but I strongly encourage you to use GitHub or GitLab, but don't put your personal email and Google. So for example, for somebody who's have a GitHub account like me, I can sign up with my GitHub. And here you guys can see I'm in now. But for some people who may want to use GitLab, you see it now, it's asking me to put my credentials, which is I'm going to do and sign up. And it's going to send me the code to that encrypted email. This is one of my email address so that I can go get it and put past them. And I will be able to log in. But what I'm about to say, just sign up here. After you sign up, you can sign in. Okay, please do that, right? Now we are here and visit the area of the research we are going to do focus. Most of time, for those who wonder to learn what is the Kubernetes, you need to be here, right? So visit the playground. We don't have to provide money just to learn those stuff. Otherwise, you have to go to the cloud or you have to have, for example, the virtual machine to have the EC2, Ubuntu, or some CentOS machine to, learn all this technology. Basically, you don't need it, right? So for example, you want to learn tonight Linux, or you want to learn GitHub. So you don't have any place where you can perform your lab. You can just, go here and click on it. Now we starting learning, for example, the lesson 1 for Linux, the file management, right? So here the things, now this is going to teach us, for example, what is the ls and Linux. Ls means list. The first command is list. Hello, welcome, this tutorial where we will learn our first Linux command, ls. Ls means if I do, for example, ls, is going to list different file which I have, right? So let's just say, for example, I create a directory today test, right? This is a directory. ls, I can see it, right? So today test. So ls just mean that. So you don't have to, provision any EC2 instance just for learning Linux. So now we learn about ls. You can go, more deep on it. Those are the very basic stuff. So another command you have to learn is clear. When you mess up your work environment, you need to find a way how to clear. So the easy one is I'm more powerful with the command line, right? Control plus L. Control plus L will do the same thing. Or you can do clear. And clear means you clear the terminals. Or if you do remember this, I know for sure nobody can remember this, you can do that too, right? So basically, ls, those are the two commands now, ls. sorry, ls, and also clear, all right? Remember that. After that, we can go for ls-l. Say, for example, I want to know the content of my file and the permissions. This command gives us those, possibility to see, you see, read, write, read, those are the things. Basically, just go here and read it, do your work, right? And understand. And next time when we meet, we can, talk about it. Just read it and it's going to give you some text and you must do that, right? Yeah. So that is one thing. That is all about Linux. Just please do it. And after that, you see all these are the Linux command we need it. Show mode, chance mode, the rest, those other things basically we need it. Yeah, just go one by one and do what we require you to do. And basically that's really helpful. Okay, the next things we can do, go back to the area learning. Uh, if you are interested about, for example, Git, Git is all about a source repository for, the source code. We do have our, environment set up. We want to have the place where we can store our source code. And Git is the version control is really important to understand, Git. So here are the things. Uh, Now, in order to work with Git on Linux, Ubuntu, and Case, we need to install the package, right? So that means, let's say, for example, we're gonna check. We can do it on different way, but let's say, for example, let's check if this machine have the Git installed, which Git, and I can see it. This machine already have a Git, right? So if I say Git started. I can write status. So there's no Git repository. So now, but if I go to the GitHub, right? I go to the GitHub, this is some of my repository, right? Let's say I need some code. I need some, but 2 years ago, you see, this is the project I wrote 2 years ago. Some of my project, I don't know. No, this is my private. This is probably doesn't have no things. But let's say, for example, let's say I want to clone this, and I can say get clone. I want to copy this project here, right? Get clone mean I want to make a copy of this source code here, and you see now if I say ls. You learn now ls, right? So this is the project we are about. And then when I say cat, right, Keita and tab is, so I cannot cat because this is the directory, right? But I can cd inside it, right? If now pw, now I'm, and now inside this folder, right? And then ls, I can say this is the readme, only the readme get repository. Now I can cat. A cat is also one of the command for, Ubuntu, I mean, Linux. So basically, this is get, right? So next is the apt get install protected. Just follow these things, please, and then get back to me if you have any questions. This is just the basic stuff you must know about, source code management tools. And pretty much you got the Get versions 2.25. And this is really important. Keep that in mind, right? Now, this is all about Get. Just follow this process and then we are going to come back and that. So let's assume what else we want to learn. Ansible playbook, that's very good. Nginx, Kubernetes, for example. This is a very good stuff here. Let's say next lab will be Kubernetes, right? So let's play with Kubernetes. Basically, how we can deploy in a Kubernetes, right? So let's see, for example, here. In this scenario, you will learn the basic of creating of deployment with kubectl, scaling that deployment and down, upgrading the deployment and then deleting it. Start. Click on start to start the things. So create a deployment, call it my first deployment of image nginx.alpine and the default namespace. You can see the solutions, right? This is the solution, but please don't look at the solution. Try to do it before you come and look at the solution, right? Yeah, but I'm just showing you guys basically this thing. You see now, kubectl get deploy my first deployment. So now this is the first deployment. So if I say kubectl get pod, you see this is the application we just deployed on the Kubernetes, right? So when we want to check the services and which this application is running, we're gonna say kubectl get services. kubectl, right, get get svc. SVC is the services. I don't want to write everything. So you can see these services is running on the default IP, cluster IP, right? As you guys know, the port communicates, with the container inside the same port communicate with the cluster IP. We do have a lot of services. We do have a lot of services. We have what they call an external name as services, right? We have node pool as services, or we have a stateful set, or like learn, do your assignment, and then that will be enough for us, right? So now if you check it, you see validation successfully, right? So this is very simple and everybody can learn this, right? So now we can scale up. Scale up in the application, it means we're going to replicate, right? It's like auto-scaling group in AWS. If you go to AWS, right, for example, there is a services called an auto-scaling group. I don't know if you guys remember all those things. Visit my cloud, right? This is my cloud, and go to EC2, and then you will see we can scale up a EC2, for example, using the auto-scaling group, for example. And then the good thing about AWS, you can learn, you can understand what is the auto-scaling group, right? So basically, think about it. Anytime we are in the Kubernetes, when we say, right, scale up, it means if the pod is 1, we're gonna duplicate to like more than 1 or 2, 3, something like that, right? So they are asking you to scale up this application. Right now, if you say kubectl get pod, we only have 1. So here they want us to have 3. So when we scale up, we're gonna be having 3 rather than having 1, right? So see the solution, and for the sake of the time, I'm not gonna, so how these things work. So look at now, we have 1 over 3 ready. This means if I say kubectl get pod, we have 3 same application up and running. That means we scale up the application to be 3. And the same thing, right? You see, ready. So basically, we can check our work and the validation successfully. That's the Kubernetes. Learn anything from here, my friend and my colleague, and then, you will be good to go, right? So anything, you can be Grafana, Argo CD, Ansible. This is my best tools, Grafana, Ansibles. Don't give you your server. I can kill the server with this. Please the fully hands-on automations, right? So let's say, for example, what is Ansible? Let's assume you want to, take control more than 2,000 EC2 instances. You don't have time. You just need the automation, right? So how to set up this Ansible? So basically, you're gonna be learning to do that, right? So this is the Ansible playground. Just do some, this is the control plan, right? So let's tell you about Ansible, right? So let's check if this, we already have Ansible installed, this Ansibles, right? No, there's no Ansible. So how can we install Ansible and Ubuntu? This, in order to do that, let's say sudo, let me check what flavor of for Linux I'm using, right? Cat etc, right? Run this command, please. Release. You see, this is the one of distro. Please learn Linux. It's really important. It's really important, right? So Elvis can tell you, can tell you about what I mean, right? So you see this Ubuntu. So this means by running this command, I can find out this environment I'm using. There's a reason why I see apt is indicating I'm using Ubuntu. If I was using, for example, CentOS, it will be yam, right? Install. But this is the Ubuntu machine. So I'm gonna be installing this. So now we are about to install Ansible and this server, right? So pretty much that is very simple stuff, please. Wait a minute. 98, almost done, right? Okay, so let's clear the screen. Rest clear. Remember, we learned this command at the beginning. Rest clear mean we're gonna, clear everything from here, right? Now, we can check. If you want, we can check with this one. Now we can see these versions, right? So another way to check is this. Now Ansible 2.96.6. Remember, this is a directory you need to understand. I will come back next week with etc Ansible does configuration files. Here, the bureau of the Ansible work. From here, we're gonna set up a lot of rules so that to block access to some of the users and everything, yeah, happen here in this directory, right? You can check it. You see validation. Okay. Now, this just for installing. You can go back again. Anything here, please. Otherwise, we need to come, we can have like a different EC2 here and install if you want to use AWS, or we can go also for Azure, for example, the Azure cloud. This is also giving us the opportunity to do whatever we want to do here. But let me tell you something. We don't really want to spend money for just practicing those stuff. That's the reason why we need to come here and learn those kind of step-by-step process. This is Engine X. This is Kubernetes. This is Hem. Hem is a package management for Kubernetes, which you can learn from here. The same thing we learn everything, you can do it. And the Docker also, right? So let's go for Dockers. Docker is a fundamental for automations. Add or copy, build in emails, learn all these things, man. Learn it, right? Take your time, take your 8 hours a day and be familiar with all this technology, right? Before we start in doing good stuff, I just want to make sure everybody are the same page on this, right? So how to check this the server, right? So to check the server, what kind of what version of the server we have it, like I said, we can say sudo cat etc, right? And this command is really powerful, brother. And please remember, take a good note on it. All right, releases. Etc. Sorry, I misspelled. Sudo etc all releases. Sorry. This is sudo. I'm kind of need my something to drink. Yeah. So you can see Ubuntu is saying a distribution ID is Ubuntu. That's why you are seeing here Ubuntu, right? You can go here and start. That's really good. Try to do it and do this work. And it's understand the assignment is asking you to do this step by step, work. Please do it, right? Another thing, so I'm gonna come back is how can we learn this certification? If you got this, you're good to go. Don't lie, please learn, right? This is the key. API server, API misconfigurations, API node restrictions, auditing enable, audit login, certificate signing request, signing manner. This is really important. Notice any company you're gonna be working for, they will ask you to configure this. I don't want people to be able, right, to access. I want to make sure right people access the right things for, my site. So think about it, right? So that's the good thing about it. So let's look at it. And the first step, crazy, yeah, do it, right? So yeah, do this homework and then if you got some problem and come back and we're gonna discuss on the next meeting, right? Since so we are not available tonight, right? Yeah, do it. And you can see the tips, right? Right? But don't look at the solution until you do it. Open SSL. This is really important you guys to understand. I'm not gonna say nothing about it, but it's really important. If you wanna learn more about OpenSSL, this is about the certificate. Any modern application use certificate, right? There is two kind of the certifications. The pub yeah, these things you wanna learn, go for it. You see, go here, you can see I don't like this website. There's another way you can learn it. If you want to just go here and try to understand uh, what is OpenSSL. Another good thing is what we can do is you can do anything. Grafana is one of the things you see full stack, Loki, Grafana, three scenarios. Then, you see it, Grafana, learn it and do it. Let's starting. You see, Prometheus download. So let's just do that. And then if I say and run all the command, uh, you know, so if you see, let's say which Grafana, So I don't have yet. I need to extract. So yeah, just do it, right? Do your stuff. Learn this stuff, man. Learn this stuff. Understand how this work, not explorer. Issue the job. This is the job for Kubernetes. And then this is the metric, the static configurations. Grafana is listing and port 9100 maybe here, right? Sudo cp min copy education, please, yeah, do that. And next time when we meet, we can talk about it, right? Yeah. And then you can go next, and the dashboard will look like something like that. And then you have all set, right? So I'm gonna be uploading this video. Some of them cannot access. It's gonna be on my private things. I will share with you some of you and YouTube. I guess a YouTube channel, this I don't share too much. I will be sharing this on there. Please take a good note and trust the process and learn much you can, right? Argo City, this is good one too, right? Learn Argo City. Basically, you can learn Argo City from scratch from here. Yeah, and getting started and do it. Don't let people taking your time. Just learn by doing, right? Basically, that is a good thing. This is the kubectl command, right? If I say kubectl get pod, I don't have any pod. Kubectl get node, I got control panel, right? kubectl get ns. This is the default network. No, I mean, namespace. What is a namespace? Namespace and Kubernetes. Check it out. What is a namespace and Kubernetes, right? You can see it. It's a kubectl get svc. You can see it. This is the default Kubernetes, right? Service, the cluster IP. Yeah, so follow the process and we can do it. And next time, and this is one of deploying my workflow, do it, right? And you need to do all this, and then we can see how these things work on the browser. Please, this is really important. Now you can see hello world, all the code that we are getting these things working fine. So pretty much, this is something very interesting. Please do get your account set up and follow the process. And you can find any playground here. Any of these you can learn. As you call this is Terraforms. Terraform is also good to learn. This is the sandbox, Terraform, and lab. Let's do HashiCorp Terraform using Terraform. You can do Terraform Vault. This is the security aspect of the Terraform, how we can secure the API. All the file we got. You can, try to understand all these things is really important. Yeah. So basically, yeah, let's take a look and deep dive and this. Travis is really good. So let's say Travis is kind of like this my colleague, right? Like they more about security side. You check for vulnerability, right? So now Travis is really good. We can, you can see it. Like if you deploy these applications, Nginx, and first scan the deployment. You see, we can scan this. And what's gonna happen? Travis going to look at inside these applications and give us some, some suggestions. And let's follow the process. You see, now we got these files. If I do, for example, ls, you see this. So that let me create to see. I'm killing this now. I'm killing this now. This is, yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Try to follow this. All you can, like I said, you have all the solution here. And then after you're done, you can check it. But the main idea is to understand, all right? And what else? Nginx. You see? Ingress. Secure Ingress with TLS certificate. Yeah. Installing. This may take time. I don't have all this time, but you can do all the set. Again, thank you for this. We gonna meet up next week for some other stuff. But this is for you to learn and understand what you probably want to understand. And from here you can have some other things, right? Thank you. You guys have good night. Yep.